Firstly, how happy are you that we have a coach?
Oh,
Are you not happy that we have a coach?
me.
I'm indifferent.
I'm indifferent, to be honest. If you ask me, I don't really know. I'm saying, or I'm talking based on what I know, but this seems like a placeholder coach. No offense, because the fact that they are announcing a manager 7 days or less than 10 days to a very crucial game. The fact that after they announced this manager in less than 12 hours, they announced the squad list. It makes it crystal clear that these choices were made before this manager was appointed.
While men slept, the Super Eagles of Nigeria got a new coach. NFF just gave us a coach while we were all sleeping. Like, were you sleeping or you awake?
I was actually awake. But
yeah, awake.
I went back to sleep.
But like in this point, like it just felt like rapture. Like some people were still on earth. Rapture. Like yes, no, like God will just come like a thief in the night. But then we have a new coach for the Super Eagles after the former gaffer.
Please pronounce his name first.
Bruno yes, we're getting to that point. After the former gaffer, that's Finidi George, was resigned, relieved of his duty post. Now a new coach is here. He's a German and his name is Bruno Labbadia.
Labbadia. Yes. Bruno Labbadia.
Yes. Okay. So we have
Italian ancestry.
Yeah, I think the Manchester United fans will be very happy about that. Bruno. So
please stop that. Don't link Manchester United to Super League.
Okay.
We have
before we delve into it, so there is a brief rundown on the manager. Bruno Labbadia is a 58-year-old German with Italian ancestry who came into football management in 2003. As a player, he played for many German clubs, including Bayern Munich, FC Cologne, and Werder Bremen. He was an accomplished striker who scored 204 league goals in 557 league games. Bruno Labbadia has never managed a national team but has managed many clubs. His longest stint in any role in 3 years, which came in at the beginning of his career and between 2010 and 2013. He is the 37th coach of the Super Eagles. So guys, firstly, how happy are you that we have a coach?
Oh,
are you not happy that we have a coach?
Me.
I'm indifferent.
I'm indifferent, to be honest. If you ask me, I don't really know. I'm saying, or I'm talking based on what I know, but this seems like a placeholder coach. No offense, because the fact that they are announcing a manager 7 days or less than 10 days to a very crucial game. The fact that after they announced this manager in less than 12 hours, they announced the squad list. It makes it crystal clear that these choices were made before this manager was appointed. You can't tell me that they appointed him and in less than 12 hours he went to pick his list.
But normally
it seems like a placeholder coach to me. If you also notice the announcement, they did not tell us the details of his contract. They did not tell us how long. They did not tell us how much he's being paid. They told us nothing.
But if you look at in history's past, when the Nigerian Football Federation announces a coach, most times when the announcement is made, most times when the announcement is made, you don't have the contract yet. Even for Finidi George, even when Jose Peseiro was announced as the new manager, we did not see the contract until as time moved on. And even for that of the for the list that was mentioned, there's no way he will really know these players that much. First, let's remember that this is his first national team duty. And if you look at that list, you know that it's coming from the NFF technical department, which is which Augustine Guavon is the one in charge of that. So I feel where we'll get to see Bruno's team is from the next after this international break, that's October and November. Then we'll know which players are his favorites or not. So do you think he can do this, Bruni?
I'm listening.
If there's anything, if you look at his history with clubs, he's more like I think they call him the fireman, the man you can call. Wait, now allow me to. This is our new coach. I need to welcome him well. Allow me. They call him the fireman, like someone that brings in stability. We can't forget how he helped teams stay afloat. Okay. Yes, apart from his last job, where he was stacked at Stuttgart, which was in 2023. So
twice.
Yes, and you look at the Super Eagles with the kind of precarious situation we are. Firstly, the AFCON qualifiers is just starting, but then we know the World Cup qualifiers, it's the worst state that we are in. What do you think he can really bring in? Do you think he's good enough, firstly?
Well, considering that in our past we've hired people like Lagabak. Not this to Lagabak. Actually, it's a this. But anyway, I don't know. I don't know what to expect because he doesn't have any national team experience. So, and club football, we know club football and international football, they are nothing alike. It's a completely different ball game. Even like your preparation for games, the amount of time you have to spend with players ahead of like games, you don't have, so much time, and you have to be very adaptable because you cannot set up a whole philosophy or whatever. You have to know what you need to do and be very, very like quick on your feet and like think quickly. Now, Labbadia, like you said, fireman, when a team is in trouble, they will call him.
Yes, and we're in trouble.
So he's more like a bootleg Sam Allardyce.
Yes, at least Sam saves teams. The only team he could not save was Leeds. So
that one was doomed.
Yeah.
That was doomed thing. But I mean, I've not really sat down to observe Labbadia's teams. I just always knew him. Every now and then, Bruno Labbadia.
But if you can look at his playing career, he was a striker, and if you look at, he almost scored up to like 300.
Coaches.
I've actually followed Labbadia a bit, and the funny thing about him is that he's a very traditional guy. Yeah, his emphasis is mostly on defense, which is good. But when I look at
Pesero.
He's very, very close to Pesero. When I look at his style or his identity, and when I look at the players that we have, I struggle to see how it is going to happen. Of course, as the coach is going to make it work, but he predominantly likes to use a 4-2-3-1. But in the past, he has also used 4-3-3. He has also used 3-5-2 as well.
Point? Considering that, first of all, General was fired because everybody was angry about the football. We are giants of Africa. Look at the players we have. Great generation of players. Why would we be playing this kind of sleepy football and just barely managing to win games or whatever, even though he was hitting targets? Then we brought Pesero.
Yeah. Jose Pesero.
In fact, before Pesero was Guardiola.
Yes.
Someone
that,
Guardiola, yeah.
Played something beautiful.
Massive respect. Technical director.
Get out of there. As soon as he had to be a bit more tactical because they shut down his plan, he had no ideas.
we couldn't fly.
They said, disaster, and they brought Pesero. Pesero went back to the football that we did not like, right? So, but he was able to take us far in AFCON and everything, but even qualifiers, it was not looking good in those ones. So now I brought another manager that prioritizes defense. So what was the point of sacking Raw all the way back?
But sorry, just like as you said, let's remember that other managers were also tipped for this job. We also had Eric Chill, we had Jan Anderson, we had St. Faith.
That was the obvious manager.
So
that guy has been trying to coach Nigeria since like 2010.
And you look at it, we are because I'm really not in a good. I'm so indifferent about it because first, this African football, and it is a new terrain for him. Isn't this a risk that
How good is his English?
I think a lot of Germans too can speak good English. So I think his English will be able to communicate. It won't be like that of Jose Pesero. I think we should look at for the African continent.
Actually learn English in school.
Yeah, but Jose Pesero is very bad with English. Like he was, if you are in his press conference, you need to listen well. That's why sometimes it's difficult for him to communicate.
My problem is, what was the criteria for selecting a coach for the national team? Because ideally, you'd imagine that it would be someone who knows African football, who has reasonably been around. You'd know that someone who has coached a national team before. Because this is not an easy job to start with. To start your international career with. You probably say, this person should first go and coach smaller teams with less expectations to get acquainted. Now, in Sanford, we had someone who has been in African football for a long time, someone who has done well across different national teams, and most notably, of course, the Gambian national team. What he did there, how he was able to transform that team, getting them to qualify for tournaments and all of that. And even at their first tournament ever, to get them that far into like the quarterfinals before they lost. So he has that track record in African football. He understands African football. He understands how to not just deal with like the football itself, but even the administrative part, because we know all the shenanigans that can go on there. And just generally having that knowledge and that ability, and he's a very good coach. And he wants to coach Nigeria. He has been begging to coach Nigeria for like 14 years. He has been trying to coach Nigeria.
Unfortunately, because you are begging, does not mean they will answer you.
They will answer you, yeah. But it's almost like, okay, you ignore the person that actually has the zeal for the job.
No, the criteria is, I think it's clear and obvious. Affordability, money.
But if we're looking at affordability, I don't think Bruno is coming cheap. Let's remember, this man has coached in German Bundesliga.
There's a reason why the details of his contract were not released.
No, but I think that it will be released.
It could be a short-term 6-month contract. Qualify us for the World Cup, and then we'll review it after.
I don't think it will be
start on a winning
March
note.
Next year.
Start on a winning note. Let's see, and then we'll review it.
But his first task will be against the
Benin Republic, and then
for Benin Republic,
Rwanda.
And then we have this manager.
So what do we expect from Bruno? That game now, those two games now?
Look,
if he doesn't win now, we're going to do him the same way Finidi was.
I'm going to be frank. I'm going to be frank and just say this. Like, I'm tired of Nigerians complaining. I'm tired of Nigerians complaining about manager this or manager that. I think at this point, whether it's Bruno Labbadia, Bruno Fernandes, Bruno Lopez, anybody, we should just back wherever it is.
Definitely.
We should just back wherever it is at this point. I just want us to get back to where we belong. We can complain later about the identity and what we need, because no magic, even if we bring Guardiola now, he can't perform magic in 10 days. Can
But I can.
You can.
Even the 10 days, you can't. But you look at it, he can't even perform. But you look at it, he can't really do so much. Firstly, players are to arrive.
But this was the issue also with Finidi, and Finidi wasn't giving any grace.
The problem, that's where we are going to know how we react to things, because
any grace.
Yes,
I think the difference with Finidi here is that Finidi was in the setup. He was with the players at the AFCON. He's there. He has had a close look up at these players. Bruno has not had that. This is his first foray at this player, so he's making.
I'm holding him to the same standard, though.
But while you're holding him to the same standard, I think let's also look at the number of games he's managed to as a coach. It's 487. He has 214 wins, 103 draws, and 170 losses. Win percentage is 43.94%.
Not bad, considering.
I wouldn't take that too seriously, given the pedigree of teams they manage. I wouldn't take that too seriously.
Yeah, it's actually impressive.
It's fair,
considering
it's fair.
Relegation threatened
teams. Yeah, it's mostly relegation threatened side. To do that is fair.
The biggest challenge he's going to face is going to be that game against Benin Republic, because he's going to be facing the former coach of Super Eagles, who has given us an L. Yes, and against us. So it's for us to see how it goes. Hopefully the players arrive early this time. And one thing I also read about him is that he knows how to command his dressing room, which is one thing that Super Eagles is lacking currently. Hopefully he brings in that stability.
Speaking about the dressing room, there's a big inclusion back.
Yes.
Victor Osimhen is back in the squad.
I was shocked.
Do you think Bruno has anything to do regarding that?
I don't think
considering that he was not in the setup.
Yeah, I don't think Bruno wants to involve himself in that. Firstly, he knows nothing about it, and as a manager, you want to come in a clean slate. You don't want to have too many backloads of things that do not have issues to do with you. I mean, the people that we have to question has to be the NFF, because this list we are sure came from them through the technical departments. How do these things happen? Yes, uncle.
Do you think that Victor Osimhen will do another live if Labbadia does something to him?
No, he's not going to do it.
If it's rumored, because Finidi didn't actually do anything.
Yeah, he didn't actually say it.
if it's rumored that Labbadia said something about him, do you think his immediate reaction would be to go live?
He won't do it. Absolutely not.
Why not?
Because
I already said it, we don't respect our own here in Nigeria. It's a normal fact. We don't respect our own, and that's
Labbadia.
Well, it's a sad thing to see, because whether we like it or not, a wrong precedent has been set, and we'll have to live with it, because history will definitely repeat itself.
No official apology, no acknowledgement of wrongdoing.
Be in Nigeria will be there to cover Super Eagles, and then hopefully we might get more inside stories.
Yeah, I'm not even looking for insight. I want us to win on the pitch.
We're going to win on the pitch and off the pitch. All of them, we are going to win, because that's one thing we have been doing. And we are still letting you know why we have a new coach in Bruno Labbadia. Betting Expert is still here for you. Come on, just make sure you subscribe, because we'll keep you updated with everything happening in Super Eagles. And don't forget, we know you also stake on that game. We'll be here to give you good predictions, good things to look out for. If you go for the goals market, if you go for the under market, we are here to make sure that you also sort of make profit from Nigeria game.